sat up and began to speak, and they delivered him to his mother. And great fear came upon all them that saw it. And they glorified God, saying that a great prophet is risen up, and that God has visited his people. And this rumor of him went forth throughout all Judea and throughout all the coasts thereof.
And John, calling two of them to him, sent them to the Lord, saying, Are you the one who is to come, or should we look for another? So when the disciples came to Jesus, they said to him, John the Baptist sent us to you to ask, Are you the one who is to come, or should we look here for another? In that hour, Jesus healed many people who were blind. Jesus healed many people of diseases, in plagues, and evil spirits. And on many who are blind, he bestowed sight. So Jesus said to them, Go back and report to John what you hear and see. The blind receive their sight, the lame walk, those who have leprosy are cleansed, and the deaf hear, the dead are raised up, and the poor have good news preached to them.
And blessed is the one who is not offended by me.
And when John's messengers had gone, Jesus began to speak to the crowd about John. What did you go out into the desert to see? A reed shaken by the wind?
What then did you go out to see? A man dressed in soft clothing. Behold, those who are dressed in splendid clothing and live in luxury are in king's courts. What then did you go out to see? A prophet, yes, I tell you, and more than a prophet. This is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before your face to prepare the way before you. I tell you, among those born of women, none is greater than John. Yet the one who is less in the kingdom of God is greater than he.
And when all the people heard this, the tax collectors too, they declared God just. For they had been baptized with the baptism of John. But the Pharisees and the lawyers rejected God's purpose for their life, not having been baptized by John.
To what then shall I compare the people of this generation? And what do they like? They are like children sitting in the marketplace and calling to one another. We played a flute for you, and you did not dance. We sang a dirge, and you did not sing.
And John the Baptist has come, eating no bread and drinking no wine, and you say, He has a demon. The Son of Man has come eating and drinking, and you say, Look at him, a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. Yet wisdom is justified by all her children.
And one of the Pharisees invited Jesus to eat with him. So Jesus went with them into his house. And when a woman of that city who was a sinner heard that Jesus was reclining at the Pharisee's house, she brought an alabaster flask of ointment. And standing behind him at his feet, weeping, she began to wet his feet with her tears. And she wiped them with the hair from her head, and she kissed them. And she anointed them with ointment. And when the Pharisee who had invited Jesus saw this, he said to himself, If this man were a prophet, he would know who and what sort of woman this is who is touching him, for she is a sinner. Jesus said to him, Simon, I have something to say to you. Simon answered, say it, teacher.
My mother had 2 debtors, one owed 589 and the other 50.
When they could not pay him back, he canceled the debts of both. Now, which of them will love him more? Simon answered, the one, I suppose, who had the greater debt canceled. Jesus said to him, you have judged correctly.
Then turning toward the woman, he said to Simon, do you see this woman? I entered your house, and you gave me no water for my feet. But she has wet my feet with her tears and wet them with her hair. You gave me no kiss, but from the time I came in, she has not ceased to kiss my feet.
You did not anoint my head with oil, but she has anointed my feet with ointment. Therefore, I tell you, her sins, which are many, are forgiven. For she loved much, but he who is forgiven little loves little. And he said to her, your sins are forgiven.
Then the others at the table with him said among themselves, who is this, who even forgives sins? And Jesus said to the woman, your faith has saved you. Go in peace.
Soon afterwards, he began going around from one city and village to another, proclaiming and preaching